traumatized. Hey, there's Ethan. He's in the car. What are you doing? Are you driving out and about? Ethan's in the car, it looks like. Or is that a previous video? He's in his car with his sunroof.
Where are you?
Where in the world is Ethan Klein today?
Oh my gosh. Dan, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
I thought I was supposed to call in and talk about what's going on with Selena Gomez.
Yeah, tell us about Selena. You know, Selena is, I worked with her on Wizards of Waverly Place.
Ethan, what the heck?
Maybe he can't hear you.
Oh my God.
The Wi-Fi could be out because of the rain.
Done. Ethan, you are too much.
But now I think I work, Selena's been good, but she's from my hometown and I saw her little documentary. Did you see her documentary on Netflix? She had a big documentary on Netflix and it did real well. And have you seen the new Pamela Anderson documentary about Pamela?
I have not.
I worked on VIP and I got to be a drummer. And my friend was his father was the vice president of Sony, and he was the one that gave the tape to Tommy Mottola for Mariah Carey to be a big, get her recording deal. But anyway, Jerry and my friend Vinny, we got to work together in a band scene in VIP, which was Pamela Anderson's second show after Baywatch. And then she had another show which was about videotapes or something. It was on Fox, where she worked in like a Blockbuster. And that got canceled. But VIP was on for 3 seasons or 4 seasons, and it did real well. It was like a Charlie's Angels, but it was like with VIP. And it was called Very Important Person. Anyway, one day I was on set, and she was had just had another boob enlargement, and she was like hunched over and in pain, from having having her jugs were too big at the moment. But I didn't say anything, but I could tell she was in a little bit of pain. But she was a really pretty girl back then. And I've been watching her documentary, and it's really sentimental and fun. But she's not as big of a beauty as she used to be. But, I think if she just puts the black eyeliner around her eyes, she looks like Pamela Anderson again. It's like putting the black eyeliner off of Joan Collins. That's her trademark. She has to have the black eyeliner. And a lot of times, women don't want to put the black eyeliner on anymore, and it's going to make them look a little different. But because of the newer styles of today's makeup, they want to be natural, so I understand that. But Pamela Anderson's new doc is really good, and Selena's doc was very good. It was, she had a lot of her health issues, and of course, she had a lot of different things. For one movie, she looked flat-chested. It was a movie that she did, which was a famous book or something, and she looked very flat-chested, but, it's okay. She was growing. She was young at the time. They can't all have boob jobs. Not all actresses can have boob jobs and, want to do that anymore. Now they're just whoever they are. But Ethan's away. He left the studio. I wonder if this is on live, what we're doing right now, or what's going on. This was a surprise. We were told we were going to be, he's getting some fast food, it looks like.
Can I get a number 2, please? A medium? With,
See, I'm supposed to do a one-man show at 3 o'clock, but I'll stay, I'll just tell him I can be late.
And then what do you want?
Yeah, what time is it now? It must be about 4:30?
Just a large
French fry?
2 o'clock? 3? Oh.
And then, what do you think?
Okay.
I'll just get
I'm sure Ethan will be back in a few minutes.
crispy chicken sandwiches.
With a large loop beer, no pickles.
Yes, please.
Gilly,
2 quarter pounders.
maybe like a bunch of McNuggets.
Oh, but McNuggets is good. And then,
Oh my God.
what's the biggest McNugget?
I
size
can't
you
eat
guys
any
have?
fast food because I'm on that Feel Great system. Unless I drink my drink 10 minutes before, and I haven't had fast food since the time I've been
can I get a
starting the
40
drink.
piece?
40.
Oh my God.
Sweet.
This isn't.
Yeah,
I
just,
wonder if they're trying to reach me from that
Ketchup, please.
show.
Okay, and then and then can I get like 5 large French fries? That should be enough, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I should just get hamburgers instead.
There's a bunch there.
Oh my. Ethan, Dan, what is going on? Ethan, get me a soda. Oh goodness. Is he actually going through a drive-through right now? Ay. I gotta show your dad. This is too much. You are too.
And can I get 3 normal cheeseburgers? And then that's all.
Okay, first on the plate.
Thank you.
My friend said he's watching this right now. He's watching us or something.
Gary.
He's been watching since the beginning of
Oh, I didn't know you had
Ethan
this.
and his mom
You've been
and
watching
you.
with
Oh, he
with
says
how
Ethan and his
crazy
mom
our
and
son
me are
is.
on right now. Could everyone hear everything I was saying, or was that muted? Oh my God.
No, we've been live.
Oh wow.
Ethan sometimes does this.
I
He
see.
leaves and he takes a long time.
Oh
to
my
come back.
God, and I was ranting and going on and on and on. Oh,
People are loving you.
they've been
Eddie.
loving it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been telling all my
You're
Hollywood
king.
stories, huh? Oh no.
Barbie.
Wow, okay, as long as everyone was liking it.
You're a sweetheart. Want to see my dog, my beautiful dog?
Oh, here's Blake Rose here calling me. Oh, wow.
Hi, Angel.
Hold
Ethan's a goofball.
on. Hello. Hey, Blake. Hey, sorry about that. I'm on a podcast right now, live, to like 30,000 people, and I can't. Right now, I'm thinking more like 4:30. I hope that won't hurt things. That's the best I can do. Okay.
Dan, tell
Okay.
Ethan.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay. I sure will. Thank you so much. Okay, see you then. Oh, yeah, I will.
What'd you say
I
you're
sure
doing?
will.
Oh.
Okay, bye.
Still on the phone.
Let me see what was going on. Oh, well.
What did you say you were doing after this?
Yeah, it's a show that is going to be like a one-man show at the Yard Theater, and they're going to film it. And it's with Blake Rosier. I guess he hires people off of Craigslist to be an actor to be like in a one-man show that they put together within like 4 hours. But it's not so he says, talk about the show while you're on the podcast. But he didn't tell me
You
the
just
name
did.
of the show. I guess it's called Blake Rosier Show or something. Yeah. And then my other friend says he's been watching it, and Austin from Boston is out there. Shout out to Austin from Boston. He's watching the show. He was on previously with us, and he's watching from home and told about 50 people to watch it. He's on TikTok, Austin from Boston. And again, my TikTok is Eddie Lovesi, EDDIELOVESC. And thanks so much for having me on. All my fans that are watching, I told you to watch the H3 podcast, and they do watch it religiously every day. And they're happy that I'm on here, and I really am so grateful to Ethan for bringing me on. And it's nice to meet his mom, and she has other fans. And,
Chat loves you, Eddie. Everyone loves you.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
chat. Keep chatting, keep bringing in those beautiful comments. We love you back. And Ethan is so proud to have this going on, and all the support you give us is really appreciated. And we all love you. And the crew here is just beautiful. It's so nice to see
thank
each
you.
other here. And we're
Love you,
really
Eddie.
great people. We love you. We love you.
I love listening to all your stories.
Oh, thanks. I went on into tangents thinking we weren't like filming live, but yeah, I
Kept
could
us
just go on and on and on. There have been so many happy stories, but it's good to be on camera again, in a live studio. Yeah, my last things were like, I did a lot of different things that were filmed that were fun. Yeah. But I don't know if you want me to mention their name, but I did some Darmans.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did a lot of Darmans
Oh.
recently where I played
No
a casting director,
way.
and I told one guy you're not up to snuff with your acting. Come back when you know how to act or something like that. And they liked it, and they go Eddie, we wish we had the sound at that moment when you said that or something. But it was MOS at the time or something. But I did several of their Darman videos for YouTube recently, not too many.
Can I hope this isn't too much to ask, but what was the pay like there?
Yeah, they will pay like 16 an hour for for regular background work with them, but or 30 an hour if you're featured. So sometimes they'll do
That doesn't
movie
sound bad.
theater scenes.
There was a big controversy about him underpaying his actors. Did
Yeah.
you see all that?
Yeah, I did see that. I haven't seen that, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I guess they do. But they get experience and exposure, and it seems like they have a great time with their directors. And their directors are, easy breezy and fast paced, and it seems like
Well, they're
he's a
pumping
good
out
guy.
content.
I put some comments in there about how they don't serve the meals properly. They need better meals. They only give you a cold box lunch that sometimes, and they're these small little boxes that they get from somewhere and they're like cold, and they'll only give like the principals the lunch, and sometimes the extras don't even get lunch. But then after I put the comment in their little suggestion box, then all the extras have been starting to get fed. But we did like some boxing scenes in a boxing, place. And
Do you remember the name of the video? Or one
I
of them?
don't, but my friend has a whole list of the ones I've been in, and I haven't even seen them. I hadn't even watched them, but I will. And once I do, I'll get you the list of all the ones I've been in.
Yeah, we got to see your cameo.
But I did those, off the side, just because when you're waiting around for the union background extra work, or when you're trying to, find gigs in
I want to
between.
ask something.
Yeah.
Is Ethan going to bring me some McDonald's?
Or when they call you because you're in Burbank and it's 5 minutes away from where you live, it's so convenient to like just go over to that Darman Studios.
Gosh, I cannot believe your son, Gary.
Is Gary there?
Hey, what's Gary have to say about this?
I think you're taking the dogs for a walk? Well, take your time.
Eddie, what was your favorite set to work on?
Oh, yeah, probably, Back to the Future Part 2 and Christmas Vacation were fun sets. Yeah, I did 50 scenes. We recreated all the Chicken of the Sea dance, from the original locations. And when you're working on I did Leo DiCaprio's movies, those are fun to work on, and sets, when they recreate, when we did Yes Man with Jim Carrey, they recreated like an actual bar from Los Feliz inside Warner Brothers, or, when you work on different sets that they have to recreate, restaurants or business or company. Oh, and then I did Chippendales movies recently, a TV show, Chippendales. That was fun to work on.
Chicken McNuggets and root beer.
Yeah.
You got it, Gabe. I'm gonna get it for you after the episode. I'll run that over to you, buddy.
And we had to do the 70s, Chippendales discos, or, when you get to work with different actors that are kind of controversial, and then they're working in, and you recreate pity bar scenes, or, strip clubs, striptease clubs. Those are interesting to work in because, you get dancing on the poles and all that, and they have to you have to really get into it and throw them some money, and they do lap dances around you or on top of you, and you can't say no. You have to do it. And then, I did work on a fun set too recently was when I did that Grace and Frankie, with and you would think that Jane Fonda would be standoffish and kind of snotty, or kind of uppity, but instead she smiles at you, or she knows that you kind of feel for her type of acting, and so you get that kind of exchange eye contact where normally actresses don't do that sometimes, or they don't want you in their eye line. But with Jane Fonda, she kind of looked at me it was a thrill to work with her on the set. And a lot of people who worked on The Prom liked the sets from the Prom movie because it was a musical, and they put all the actual Meryl Streep is, dancing around right next to you and singing. And so those are fun to work on, when you're and they recreate New York sets or things like that. But a lot of times too, when you're doing, period pieces, those are fun. I had to do one where I was in that, period piece in the 20s or 30s, and you have to wear really thick wool clothes in the middle of summer. Oh, and a fun one I did was I played a redneck in that movie about the Santa Clauses. It was about with the guy from Home Improvement.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, Tim Allen, and he played the Santa Claus, and then we had to be like Redville, we had to be people in a country town, and so we had to wear overalls and be all country, at a country carnival, and those are fun to work on. And then I did one with one of the where you had to work at night, and they put a lot of fog, or a lot of maybe you're pretending that it's kind of a Renaissance feel, and so you have people on horses, or the star on a horse, and you have to be people that are in that town, sort of if you're in that kind of Beauty and the Beast times or something like that, And those, but then you could be freezing cold. One that I did recently was where we did we had to use our phones, and it was an app on a phone, and it was Courtney Cox's David Arquette. It was produced by him, and it was a TV series or a movie in which we had to actually be like we were. They would do the Jim Carrey from Batman Forever type of thing, where they kind of got into your mind because you were on a phone, and the app told you what you had to do.
Oh,
and
that's
so,
interesting.
And all the people had to point their camera at a dead person's body that was on the shore of the ocean and we had to work in Malibu, let's say, or if you work in a Malibu mansion, those are fun sets to work on when you're in party scenes, and you're a friend of mine who looks like Sylvester Stallone, he's a younger version of Sly Stallone, had to do you had to be different movies where you'll get to do scenes where they might be making you a pool man or pool boy, or things like that.
I'm still curious about Wizards of Waverly Place, because that was my favorite show growing up.
Yeah, that was fun to work on those great sitcoms, that are they're very good, and they have a lot of and I did a lot of the iCarly's and the
Really?
and all those Nickelodeon shows, like iCarly or different shows like that. And I was in some episodes where I'm featured in a wedding scene, or different things on The Nanny. I was swabbing the deck in a Titanic recreation scene, or you might be in a scene with Joan Collins, and that or fun scenes like that, because they always brought in guest stars on The Nanny. And I worked on that several times. And then Melrose Place, 90210, I proposed to Tori Spelling on 90210, and she said yes. But working on Melrose Place with Heather Dean Locklear, and location scenes. And then also they filmed a lot of the scenes inside of the Santa Clarita Studios, or recently, let me pull up some of the ones that I've done recently, and I could tell you more. They got me on a show that's all vaxxed for tomorrow. I'm supposed to be on MasterChef.
Oh.
So I have to confirm it's one of those cooking shows, but I haven't been on that in a while. Let's see. You're booked as audience on the all vaxxed show MasterChef. Test work tomorrow. Please let us know if you're a fan of the show and have you seen some episodes. So I have you on it. Have a great day. Blah blah blah. MasterChef for tomorrow. So, but I'll pull up some of the ones that I've done recently, and you'll like the ones that I've done. Let's see. Now that we have a minute. Hey, Ethan's back.